Hey ladies, happy Tuesday. We in here. My nail is so dirty. What was I doing? Jesus. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday, ladies. Y'all, we're gonna get into it tonight. I want to talk about networking and personal branding. And y'all obviously know that I'm not a branding expert or anything like that at all. But I just want us to talk about it because I know so many people ask about like personal branding and networking and stuff. So I just want to share, like, I guess maybe some of the stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes. Not that it's just anything crazy or out in the ordinary, but what does it look like to like continuously network, make time for networking? Ugh. And yeah, hold on, sorry, I'm trying to pull this up on my phone, child. I can't focus. Okay, ladies, let's get into it. So this past Saturday, and I know y'all about to come in. Let me make sure I can see the comments. That's what I was putting up on my phone. This past Saturday we had Conquering Cocktails here in Dallas, which was so amazing. Shout out to Ashley. She lives here in Dallas. She got a chance to come. She's also inside the Conquer Club. We had two ladies that joined us from Eventbrite. They were so dope. They obviously had never heard of the brand, never heard of the group Conquering Cocktails Me Anything. They came. It was awesome. My best friend Tiff came. Um, my best friend Ty came. Tiff brought some people with her. It was just a great time. So we got a chance to go hang out together this past Saturday at the Sweet Tooth Hotel downtown here in Dallas. Y'all, if you've never seen this place before, search it on TikTok. Sweet Tooth Hotel Dallas. Like seriously, search on TikTok. It is gorgeous. It is y'all know how they have like those interactive museums. Not necessarily like a selfie museum, but it's kind of like interactive and stuff. You can go take pictures. It's just cute, it's girly. So something really cool and different to do and hang out. But they have like this really cute bar. And so they have like all pink tables, all pink chairs. The bar is gorgeous. The walls are mirrors. Like they have like lights. They have like music. Then they have super gorgeous cocktails. They have like if you get an espresso martini, like it's gorgeous. It's got a little donut on it. The drinks are just top tier. They're gorgeous, 10 out of 10. So we just had a good time. We got a chance to y'all. The point of me even hosting Conquering Cocktails in person. This is year 3 of me doing Conquering Cocktails, and when we did it, this I've been testing like different things that work with my in person events. This is year 3 of me testing. Like, what are people really responding to? What makes people want to come? What do people say enjoy? How can I be innovative and kind of make my stuff stand out? Especially because I haven't even really, my audience is so small for me to be hosting in person events. So I experimented and tested a new idea for what we did at Conquering Cocktails, because when I go to Memphis, it's so big, so I like normally speak, and it was so dramatic. And some of the Conquering Cocktails are more like a girls' night where we just kind of sit around, like kicking it. But last night, I decided to do a game. So everybody came, right? Everybody came, super cute. Y'all met the new girls. I met the girls, of course, obviously seen before. My friends was there. They brought some more people. Great time. So we came in, and everybody getting their drinks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh, y'all, I can't see no comments on here. Hey, y'all. Hey. And Sonique, I feel like I ain't seen you in so long, girl. Is it Nikayla? What's up, girl? So, girl. Okay. Oh, I can't see the comments. I'm lying. Why is this like this? Oh, there we go. Hey, Whitney. Okay, now I know y'all in here, so I ain't talking to myself. Okay, so we came to Conquering Cocktails, girl. Everybody ordered their first round of drinks. So I had girl, I got there early. So I had me a gin. My go-to drink is a gin and tonic. If I go to the bar, I'm gonna give me a good gin and tonic. So I had ordered me a gin and tonic, but he was like, I gotta make all the drinks here cute because that's kind of like their aesthetic and their brand. So obviously, when you just get a normal gin and tonic, you get a regular short glass. The gin is clear. The tonic water is clear, but they put a little lime and that's it. I like it. It's discreet. Don't nobody know what I got going on in this cup. You know what I'm saying? But I got a double shot of Hendrix and a little splash of sparkling water. So yeah. So I ordered me a gin and tonic. He was like, I gotta make it cute. It's aesthetic. I'm like, okay, baby. He made my gin and tonic pink or blue or something. I think it was blue, girl. It must have been good because I can't even remember. And when I was sitting at the bar, like in-person events are always just like pure magic for me. And I don't know if any of you ladies listen, if you host in-person events or even like if you go to an event or do something different, like hosting in-person events for me is just, it's a whole nother ball game. I take a lot of time to, my cup just gets poured on another level of like hosting in-person events. And so I go early, you know, it's downtown. I got all the gift bags for the girls. So I had these, I actually got some extras right here. So I had all these gift bags for the girls. We had our first ever sponsor. Like, this is just magic for even just when I thought about Conquer, for me to even be doing this like this. But anyway, so I'm sitting at the bar, girl, drinking my cute little gin and tonic, and all the ladies started coming. And so everybody got full of their drinks, and so I decided to play this game, Conquer or Cocktails. So basically ask the ladies different questions, you know, if kind of like truth or dare. So if you pick Conquer, it's something business related, but if you pick Cocktail, you know, it's a little spicy. So we got a chance to have some really good girl talk, which was so dope. So we'll be doing our next Conquering Cocktails event in Memphis. Whoop, whoop. So I'll be in Memphis. We'll be doing Conquering Cocktails there, and so I'm so excited. But shout out to all the ladies in Dallas. We had a great time this weekend. And this was my first time, y'all, ever having a sponsor for my event. So shout out to Not Beer. Don't it look like a can of beer? Don't it look like I got this can of beer from the grocery store? I mean, I said from the grocery store, from the corner store. They reached out to me and they were able to sponsor these for the ladies. And it's really just sparkling water. It's like a Topo Chico, and it's so good. I had like 2 of them already today. I'm not gonna drink this one. I opened up they sent me like 3 cases. So shout out to them for sponsoring those treats. This is my first time ever getting somebody to actually send me something and not completely fund and Conquering Cocktails and everything about it by myself. So, woo! The story of me kind of going into, and y'all already know how we do. Drop your name, drop your business down in the comments, where you're from. But I just want to talk. Y'all know we've been talking about a lot of different stuff here in the group. I've always talked about marketing. I've always talked about entrepreneurship. But there are so many different pieces that I feel like I need to be successful, including my confidence, my self-esteem, the way I view myself, the way that I view other women, the way that I view relationships, the way that I view the world. All of those things are like the puzzle pieces to me even thinking about or even being capable of being successful. So I want to make sure that I'm hitting all of those things here. So we'll be talking about networking and personal branding tonight, but I really wanted to share Conquering Cocktails because for me, baby, listen, I was terrified of doing in-person events, which is crazy because I'm not shy, I'm not introverted, and I love speaking. But the thought of me having to convince people to come to my event or put on the event and don't nobody come, girl, I was terrified. It still is a bit terrified of that, but hey, I'm just putting myself out there. It just is what it is. Judea said, I love sparkling water. I gotta try those. Me too. I love Topo Chico. I don't know what it is about moving to the suburbs that made me drink Topo Chico, but I'm a sparkling water girl now. And so I love the branding on this. Their branding is so on point. It looks so good. So y'all can go on their website and order these. They're also on a couple of retailers too. So it's giving real YouTuber because people have sent me free stuff to advertise. So whoop whoop. Yes. Okay. So when I think about, so y'all know I started doing Conquer in 2021, and I was terrified to do in-person events. She said, so cute. So the marketing manager that I had at the time, she came up with the idea for Conquering Cocktails, and she was like, well, where does your audience live? And she was like, okay, well, you just need to start going to those cities, and da-da-da. It was just like, let's go, let's execute. You ever had somebody like you have a good idea, but all the stuff that it takes to execute is like, woo. But this is year 3. And I just want to talk about what it's been like to go from, and y'all obviously know, we're just getting started, but to go from being comfortable enough to do in-person events in different cities. Like my very first Conquering Cocktails it was in New Orleans, which is crazy, girl. I was like, F it. I'm just going to try stuff. I'm truly trying to be fearless out here. Talk about like how Conquering Cocktails came to be. Like even when I rebranded everything into Conquer too, what that was like, and then kind of like behind the scenes what I'm thinking about to. Okay, let's just get into it. Okay, I have my cup tonight. Y'all already know. I have my cup. I was gonna drink my sparkling water, but I'm telling you, that literally would be my third one for today. And how I'm gonna give them out at Conquering Cocktails if I'm drinking three a day? That's why they don't be sending me none. That's why they don't send me nothing. Okay, so ladies, do y'all go to networking events? And even also a couple of questions, right? I think for me, when I started my business during the pandemic, I was really comfortable online. Like, I was excited to tell people about the stuff that I was doing at the time, which at that time, when I first started doing my business, I was just helping people like set up LLCs. I was helping people with like a little small HR stuff because that's what I was doing for a living. I was doing HR. So, and just researching stuff, putting stuff together had helped so many people doing it, just kept evolving. And I was just so comfortable online. I swear. So when and I talked to a lot of women who have experiences too, where they're like, man, I really want to like rebrand or like rebirth myself. Because at that time, I felt like obviously I was DIYing everything, which was cool. I was open to it. I was willing to spend the time, you know. At the time, I felt like I was good at it, but I really wasn't. But baby, it is what it is. It's just what I had at the time. Okay, I was in Canva, baby. Like, I don't know how much money I spent on Canva, but whatever it's been worth it. But I was just going and going. But I felt like I had kind of hit a ceiling, and I had kind of came to a place where I felt like it's twofold, and it feels hypocritical, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because a portion of me was like, I feel like I don't have the correct imagery or branding or something that matches how I feel on the inside. That matches the next level, that matches how I want to step out into the community and show my business to the community. Like what I had just didn't align with that. It was terrible DIY, but whatever. And another part of me, which is why my therapist, she told me, she was like, humans are so, we're contradictory. And I was like, yeah, I'm glad that she validated me, because some of the thoughts that I have can be so contradictory. Because I was like, I feel like that girl. Like, it's time for me to blow up. It's given, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the stuff I got for my brand, like, I need something better. I need to be looking fly. I need to be looking like how I feel on the inside. That was one part of me. And there was another part of me that when I lay down at night, I would be thinking, but can you really do that though? You know what I'm saying? So I would kind of battle with that a little bit. But during the pandemic, so much money was flowing, it kept my confidence so high. You know what I'm saying? But I got a chance to actually start. Here's the thing about building a brand, and I'm gonna just tell y'all my experience, and y'all can tell me y'all experience in the comments, okay? I didn't. So my experience is a little biased because I didn't rebrand on my own. Y'all know I've said that a lot of times, right? I give credit to the brand of boutique so much. I don't know how. When people say that they want to rebrand, I'll share my experience, which was a branding team, and they got to know me, and we created all of this stuff, and at the end we were like, okay, well, what is the name? What are we doing? And the reason why I love that framework and the way that they did it so much was because we were able to birth something that, and I'm just rambling, I'm just telling my story, right? But I feel like maybe somebody can relate to this in some type of way. I just feel like when you're a business owner, from my side, and I experienced this so much, my vantage point or the way that I see it is so different from the way that my customers see it. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know if I would have been able to sit down and rebrand and construct something that was truly me, just being here soloing in my head, or just being here and with a designer, somebody that could, like, it doesn't mean that I don't think I could have came up with something good. You know what I'm saying? But I just saw the power in having people around me that was like, no, we really see you. And we're gonna, because sometimes, and I do this in my marriage, I do this with my clients, the girls, like everybody. And I feel like a lot of people do this where the people on the outside can sometimes, they see you. They're like, bro, you tripping, you doing that. Like, or you tripping, like you downplaying yourself, like you did this, you did this, you did this, you did that. And then I'll be sitting back like, yeah, I really did do that. I really did do that. And it's like I said, that part of me that's a little bit of a hypocrite, because yes, I know that I'm her, but I also know all of the mistakes and stuff that I can sometimes make, or some of the L's that I take behind closed doors. I know all of those things. So sometimes it's hard for me to see the magnitude of what could be. And I just couldn't imagine trying to build something bigger than me alone. I'll say that. Which is why I think it is so much power in being connected to people that can at least bounce ideas off of you. They can at least give you feedback. That doesn't mean, now, this doesn't mean that you say, I'm finna rebrand, and you draw the whole rebrand plan, and you call your friend, and she be like, well, I don't know, girl, because that sounds stupid. But they don't really have no experience, no feedback or nothing. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying being able to say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, and they have some experience or some expertise or some type of outside vantage point to actually help us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just talking rambling on tonight, y'all. But yeah. I just think that, and we talked about this in the Conquer Club tonight. Shout out to the Conquer Club. I love y'all. Y'all are so awesome. Camille, Ashley, Rashana, Kayla, Zara, y'all are amazing, and I appreciate y'all so much. I just think that I don't want people to see me or see what I'm doing and not see how many shoulders I'm standing on in real time. I have climbed on shoulders, and it's almost to a point where I feel like I'm having that epiphany now, because yes, baby, 99% of the work has been on me to execute. We know that. But I don't think that I could have had that puzzle of really building a brand that really felt like me, that was personal to me, that really describes who I am and what I want to do. It's very timeless. I think that that's what I love about Conquer so much, is I feel like it's timeless. I feel like I could have the logo and the I don't want to say the mission of it, because that has to evolve. But the name, the logo, and just the overall message of it could be relevant today and also 30 years from now, because it's just a timeless brand of giving women hope and confidence, right? So I want us to think about that. Like, if we're rebranding, if we're elevating who we are, if we are saying, hey, I'm really doing some dope stuff, but I feel like I'm missing something. Bring somebody to the table. Somebody that's worth listening to, though. And yeah, that's a whole nother live. Anyway, so after we did Conquering Cocktails Saturday, y'all, I don't think that I really got a chance to really, like, I feel like this is what I'm doing right now, even as I'm just talking about Conquering Cocktails and getting it out, because literally the event was Saturday. Sunday, I got up and we went over to my sister's house because she had a housewarming. Shout out to my sister and her beautiful new home. And we celebrated 901 Day with the fam because y'all know I'm out here in Dallas with my, excuse me, with my family, and we're all from Memphis. So we did that Sunday. Monday was Labor Day. And then I jumped right into a busy Tuesday. So I didn't really have a chance to consume the magic that happened Saturday night. Um, and shout out to the Conquer Club because they gave me, thank you, Latoya. They gave me space to really brag on myself tonight. I'm always encouraging them to brag on themselves because that's just the space that I'm a leader in. But I was just so proud of Conquering Cocktails, and just to think back on how when my coach was telling me, you know, my marketing manager at the time, she was telling me, she was like, you got to start doing in-person events. Because at the time, she was like, your stuff is dope. She was like, this brand is cute and what you're doing. She was like, but you ain't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? She's like, you ain't really doing nothing. And I think that that was a key difference between me and some of the other ladies that, you know, at the time that were in the same space, how I really began to separate myself. Because she's saying, if you're having a brand for women and I go on your page and I only see you, I don't see you out in the community with no women. I don't see you supporting no women business. I don't see you, if a woman got a restaurant, you ain't sitting down eating no chicken and waffles and drink some Kool-Aid. I don't see you out hosting events for these women and letting them network and doing all these things. So she was like, to be real, you ain't really got nothing, but you just got a social media page. And you making money off of it. But like, if you want to really elevate and brand yourself, then you got to be doing this in real life. And that was like a light bulb moment for me. And then my content slowly becomes a reflection of what I'm doing in real life, so I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Because we're actually doing the work. And it was just a life-changing light bulb moment for me. And now I'm thinking back, I'm like, duh. But at that time, I was just only working with the tools that I had, which was I had an audience and I had a phone. And I knew that I was reaching women that really wanted to hear what I had to say. But at that time, I don't even know if, obviously I wouldn't have had the capacity. I had to, I had to just start from zero. I just had to start from zero. And that was me having a voice, finding people who want to hear about their voice, being consistent at that, graduating that to people say, hey, I want to come get that voice in person. And that's like 5 years, right? So even with networking and brand building, it's not like I rebranded into Conquer and then it just made sense. It's like I rebranded into Conquer, and that was the starting point. That's the catalyst. So what does that mean? So like our rebrand, or even just our brands or personal brands, for me at least, it's been just such it's just steadily evolving. Right? It's just steadily evolving. But I think the biggest thing is I didn't think that a rebrand would cure me of standing out in the industry. Like, I knew it was a starting point to do something with. Because I knew that the cute branding that made sense, it still wasn't enough to draw people in. And we know that because it's a lot of, I've seen a lot of really nice branding and had no connection to it. And I've also saw people who just, they got a regular logo, cartoon logo, and I watch every video they put out because I just genuinely like them. And so me doing the in-person events really fueled me to also start going outside here in Dallas. Like, why I'm not in no events all the time? She said, I'm meeting tomorrow to strategize about my rebranding and content. Ooh, how exciting, girl. I love rebranding. I know every time I talk about rebranding, I always say that, especially people who truly do branding, is very special. Especially if people, like, they truly do it and they do it right. Like, if and I've had to learn this, as many of the ladies around me have learned. My idea of having some type of personal brand was truly just about, can somebody do something that's cute? But what I'm really understanding is, how does it reflect me and who I am and what I want to do? And y'all know what? Let me drink my drink some more, because I've been real light and off. I'm really exhausted. Because after Conquering Cocktails, I haven't even really been able to, like, sit down And I still won't be able to because the rest of my week is literally busy until Friday evening is when I will get a second to breathe and rest. Literally. It's not all business stuff. It's personal stuff too. I gotta babysit my baby cousin. I got a meeting in the morning. I gotta babysit my baby cousin. He won. So I gotta babysit him. And I know I don't have no babies, but he's so fun though. He's such a sweet baby, so I ain't worried about that. But I just know that obviously I gotta focus on that, which is cool. So, couple of things. So me just like reflecting back to the event and like I guess this is me in real time, just kind of like digesting the journey of stepping outside of my comfort zone with my rebrand. And watching it, I'm gonna say this. I want y'all to hear this. Like me watching it grow in real time, like it's growing like slow and steady, but like God is still doing his thing where it's like, oh my God, that was so mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? She said, yes, Brandon is so much more than your favorite colors and something cute. It is your vision manifested and it gives you confidence. That's so true. Girl, I couldn't think of nothing when they was building Conquer. They was like, what colors do you want? I was like, I'm open. They was like, is there anything you don't want? I'm open. Do you know what the name you want to be of the new business? I'm open. Like, I don't know. Like, I just know I need something new because what I've been able to come up with myself ain't it. And I'm realizing a couple of things about myself, right? I'm giving myself permission to be great without the guilt that comes along of just like being dope, just being the top, just experiencing being great with no guilt or shame and understanding how amazing that is to be able to find out what your purpose is in life. Start doing it, right? Even if it is moving very slowly, right? But just being able to be brave enough to do it. Put yourself out there and then see it in real time, you know, to go from, you know, being really scared to this past Saturday. You know, we had women walk in that saw the event on Eventbrite. Girl, don't know nothing about Conquer, nothing, girl. And when I say baby, they came in, child. They were the first two girls to come. They found the event off Eventbrite. Girl, when I was saying we was sitting there laughing and talking like we've been friends for 10 years. Y'all ever met somebody like that? Like she came in. I was like, you for Conquering Cocktails, baby, dressed to the nines. They was like, yes. And it was just, I was like, this is awesome. You know what I'm saying? And I was so yes. Yeah. Just being brave enough to say, you know what? F it. I'm going to do it. Hold on. My man text me. He on his way home, child. She said, I love that, being great with no guilt. That's my thing. Being great without the guilt. But yeah, it was just awesome. And so I've done Conquering Cocktails. The very first time I did it was in New Orleans. It was Essence Festival. 4 ladies came. All of them had actually, it was free. I paid for everything. So at that time with Conquering Cocktails, obviously I had never hosted anything before. I paid for the food, so I got like some nice little charcuterie boards. We obviously paid for my travel to New Orleans. I paid for an Airbnb, plane tickets, me and my husband. You know, I'm going to go just network and host an event. So I'm not charging anybody. If you want to come, just come. I'm paying for the little charcuterie boards. You know, I'm getting a couple of bottles of champagne for the table. Just put myself out there. And what's crazy is, I don't know what I was thinking. I did it in a different city. I don't know why I didn't start here in Dallas. I guess because I feel like I didn't know nobody here. And I was like, it's Essence Festival. Surely I'm going to have a couple of people that, I don't know. That was just whatever. And I had 4 ladies come. And you know, the big fear every time I post anything, whether it's virtual, in person, whatever, I kind of really got over this now, obviously over time. It's like, what if I put this out there and nobody comes? Or if I put this out there and people say they're gonna come and then nobody shows? I'm gonna be like the sad 5-year-old, you know, with the birthday cake at the birthday party. You invited everybody from school and nobody came, and you're a loser. You know, that was the fear that I was seeing in my head. But the very first one that I did, I had 4 ladies come, and they had all actually traveled to New Orleans to be there, which was very special. Very special. And we had such good, deep, amazing conversation that night. It was just a beautiful time. And that let me know that I should do this more. So I've done these events to where I'm just like, hey, I'm in town for the weekend, ladies. Let's do Conquering Cocktails. You know, if y'all want to meet me at this place, all the way to, hey, let's rent a space. My husband gonna come out and DJ. We're gonna have a bartender, buy your tickets. We gave away a grant. So I just been trying different stuff. And I just don't want to be afraid of just trying and just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be afraid of that. I don't want to be afraid of, because y'all know I always say, like, when people say, well, how do you stay consistent? How do you stick with it even when it's not making money, even when it's really slow, even when it feels like nobody's seeing you? I'm like, bruh, I'm not going with the alternative, because the alternative is me not trying. I just would not be able to live with myself. I just wouldn't. Especially after seeing what I've seen this brand do in real time, which is save people's lives, literally, spiritually, physically, save lives, like, just, yeah. But that's my experience and my story. And I'm still going on that journey, right? Because we are just in year 3 of Conquering Cocktails, and it's small and it's growing, but I'm being consistent with it and I'm being obedient. So we'll see. But I'm excited about doing it in Memphis in November, which is going to be exciting. I haven't officially announced it yet, but I was telling the ladies in the Conquer Club that we did lock in a date for Memphis, which is going to be Thanksgiving Day weekend. We'll be in Memphis with Conquering Cocktails. Yeah, Memphis is. I'm so excited about the Memphis Conquering Cocktails. I'm I'm having more. I know more people here in Dallas just because I just been networking more and been outside here. But of course, Memphis is home, so this is where my roots are, and this is where kind of like my audience has organically spread to friends of friends, stuff like that. So I'm excited about doing it this year. Um, yeah. And also this releasing this pressure to like do it at levels that I don't. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna speak my truth. Releasing this expectations of doing things at levels that are not realistic to me yet. I'll say that. That doesn't mean now y'all know I'm not. I ain't humble. There is nothing humble about me. I know I'm amazing. Nothing humble about me, okay? But I also know that I'm a dreamer. Like, I'm a big dreamer. I will daydream for forever. I'm a visionary. I love coming up with stuff. I love coming up with ideas. It's just like I'm charged up that way. That's me. But I know that I'll sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to do this. And it's going to be this. And it's like, yeah, Deb, that's cool and all, but you want to pull up the business bank account again, and do you want to look at the numbers again and look at the reality of where we are today and work with that? Or do we want to stay in complete Delulu land and be mad because Delulu land ain't reality? Which one are we doing, Deb? And I have to ask myself that. And I also have to give myself grace with that and understand that I'm a visionary. Like I am I dream insanely big. insanely big. I just do. She said, nope, LOL. I use God's bacon being the Lululand. I feel you. I feel you. I will sit down and I'll plan out something. And when I say realistic, I'm still thinking the best and most top tier that reality can get. You know what I'm saying? We're still thinking that. But I don't want to put pressure on myself to do things that to do things that it's just not the chapter for that yet. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know I'm gonna reach for the stars up, girl. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. We had Conquering Cocktails this past Saturday. It was awesome. There is nothing like just doing it. Like, it was just awesome. We had a good time. I need to talk back to some of those ladies that came. We just had a great time. But we'll be in Memphis in November, which I'm so excited about. So I'll see a lot of y'all in Memphis, and we're gonna have a good time. Conquering Cocktails in person is very fun. Hopefully we get a chance. I need to go in my archives and pull out some of I had my cousin is a videographer. He did the last Conquering Cocktails that we did in Memphis. It was really awesome. I think we had about 35 people come, and I know I got all the footage on a hard drive, but I gotta find it. So that y'all can see just some of the conversations and stuff that we had. It's just a time for us to get together. Maybe you organically meet somebody. That Conquering Cocktails is co-ed. So men and women do come. So it's just a good time. But yeah, I just think that networking and personal branding is just like a constant evolving thing. Like me rebranding just set me I feel like having like a proper brand, it just puts me at the starting line correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay, now I'm at the starting line correctly. Now how do I move with the brand like this? You know? And it's just evolving, giving myself grace, being honest, being real, and then truly having a brand that's really me. You know? Slowing down on content that don't feel real to me, putting out more content that does, and not being afraid of that. And enjoying the slow and steady seasons, just like I have enjoyed the seasons where I just could not even begin to think about a business when I open my eyes in the morning. I done had to bear those seasons and be grateful. And also the seasons where stuff is popping, baby. And folks sign them contracts back living right so fast, but make your head spin. Enjoy that, of course, too. But yeah, that's all I got, y'all. Just enjoying all the seasons. If you are a woman that's a personal brand, it is going to continue to evolve. You know, ideas come, ideas grow. Some stuff we test and stick with. Some stuff we test and let go. But that's what we're doing. You know, we're finding out what works. We're sitting down and saying, hey, you know, does this work? Does this not work? Or maybe I wanted that with my business in 2022, but I don't want that anymore. Or that doesn't make sense anymore. Or maybe something works in another business and I tried to mimic that and it didn't work for me. Or I want to mimic that, but I know deep down in my heart I shouldn't. You know, so really operate in a way where I'm starting to trust me, who I am as a business owner, trusting my customers, building relationships with my customers so that I can be in a space where, man, it's just so much trust that it just makes all the difference on how I serve. And because I want longevity, right? I just don't want to come into the market hot for 1 second and gone. That's not what I want to build. I don't want to build just a 5 minutes of fame coach. That's not what I desire for Conquer. You know what I'm saying? So we moving. We're moving. I am so tired. And when I host these events, it often takes days before I really realize or really kind of come to like what happened, like really express my emotions and what I think, what I feel. I probably gonna move my therapy appointment up because I think I don't go back until I know I go before I speak because my mind gotta be straight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I go back on the 17th. Yeah, I go back on the 17th. Oh, I'll be in Atlanta too. Yeah. So, and we got two of my favorites, Atlanta and Memphis. So I'll be in Atlanta. How did I even forget to say that? I told y'all, like, my mind is on zero. I'll be in Atlanta in a little over 2 weeks, on September the 21st for the Ultimate Entrepreneur Seminar hosted by Charmaine. So I'll be in Atlanta on the 21st. So shout out to all my Atlanta girls. I'll see y'all then. I know a couple of people have reached out and told me that they bought tickets with a couple of the girls that I always get a chance to see in Atlanta. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a really busy weekend. So we'll be in Atlanta in September 21st, and then we'll be in Memphis November the 30th, and then we're going to wrap up the year with a holiday Conquering Cocktails here in Dallas. So, woo! That big scary thing years ago is now the thing that I can't wait to do, or that and there's still a lot of parts of it that scares me because it has so much room for growth. But that thing, this event that was so scary for me to do at one time, is now something that I'm looking forward to. I want to experiment with it. I want to make it better. I want to see how I can make it grow. So it's just that leap. You know what I'm saying? So I will see y'all in Atlanta in 2 weeks on September 21st. I will see y'all in Memphis in November the 30th, Thanksgiving weekend. We'll be doing Conquering Cocktails. And then ladies in Dallas, we'll be doing a holiday Conquering Cocktails. We'll be getting together in December to end the year. And then we'll be getting ready for 2025, y'all, because it's already September and this year is almost over. Hey, Renata. I was just about to get off. Because I've just been sitting here rambling, girl, for 40 minutes about Conquering Cocktails. So, but yeah, so I'll see y'all in Atlanta. I'll see y'all in Memphis. And then I'll see y'all in Dallas. But I love y'all, ladies. Good night. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. We'll be back. And I'll see